Alright guys, so I just want to talk about the future plans for this tank. I've said it many times before and I'm gonna say it again. CO2 pressurized system. Now I have the bottle, I have check valves, I have a bubble counter. Pretty much all I need are the instruments or the gauges, and that's it. I have a reactor waiting. I've thought about a system to hook up that reactor, so that's the first priority now. Sometime after New Year's. These plans will all be realized in the new year, hopefully. And next thing that's gonna happen is a new filtration system. You all saw the Eheim I bought. I'm gonna use that, and hopefully I'm gonna get an external pump or an internal pump to power the CO2 reactor. So next thing is new lights, or new bulbs to be exact. I'm gonna get a pair of bulbs that will hopefully enhance the colors of the plants much more than these. You can see all the plants look kinda pale, kinda not quite green, but the new bulbs I'm getting will hopefully enhance those colors quite a bit. It's gonna look more or less like this. And when I get those bulbs, I'm gonna talk a little bit about lighting in the planted tank, because most people seem to think that a 6500K is all you need, but that's not entirely true. But yeah, you'll see that when I get the new bulbs. Next thing, I'm gonna completely redo this tank. I'm gonna get rid of most of the plants. I'm not gonna throw them out, I'm gonna reuse them, but I'm gonna get a new substrate. I'm gonna make a special clay mixture, which I'm gonna show you all, so all you dirt folks out there can see how you really need to do it in a planted tank. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking. But I'm not saying dirt is bad by any means, but if you really want a high-tech tank, dirt is not the way to go. It's fine in a low-tech, low light, but if you really want your plants to shine, you'll need something better. When I make that video, I'm gonna talk about the advantages of clay over dirt and why I don't like dirt. But yeah, all in good time. What I'm also gonna do is I'm gonna get rid of most of the fish in this tank. I'm gonna keep the red noses, or rummy noses as you guys call them. I'm gonna keep the gouramis. I'm gonna keep the autos. You can see one right there. I'm gonna keep the blue angels, but I haven't decided yet if I'm gonna keep the plegos. But pretty much everything else, the hatchet fish, the little puffer there, all the coolie loaches in here are gonna be gone. So just so I don't. This tank is, to be frank, it's quite overstocked at the moment, so that's why I'm getting rid of most of the fish. I haven't decided yet if I'm gonna keep the Corydoras, but I expect I will. I've had those stir-bys in here. I've had them for about 4 years now, so I like them quite much, and I'm not ready to part with them. So yeah, I'm gonna rescape this tank completely. I'm gonna focus on some rocks. I'm gonna see if I can get some good scaping rocks, and I'm gonna get rid of there's quite much driftwood in this tank, even though you can't really see it because of the plants, but trust me, it's there. Another thing I'm gonna do until New Year's is I'm thinking that I'm not gonna trim this tank. Well, I'm not gonna say at all, but I won't trim it except for the stem plants that reach the top, because I don't really like that. You can see the Kabumba there is at the top, and these lovely Pogostemon Stellatus is getting there. A little purling going on there. But these I will trim, because if these get to the top, they will shoot out a bunch of lateral new runners. But this will damage the main stem, so I don't want that. But yeah, so I'm not gonna trim this until sometime after the new year. So let's see if it'll be quite overgrown by that time. So yeah, just a little video explaining what I'm gonna do after the new year and until the new year. Just some experimental stuff and my plans for the future. The substrate I'm gonna get in this tank is pretty much the same as I've got in this tank. It's very light, but it's very good for the plants. You can see the lovely lace plant there has started taking off, and it's gonna be quite beautiful. There is a lace plant in here too, but you can't find it. And it is doing well, but it's quite well hidden. It's not as big yet, so I haven't decided if I'm gonna go with a dark substrate like this tank, or if I'm gonna get a lighter substrate. But yeah, give me your opinions. But that's it. If you have any questions or have any comments, tips or advice, please put them in the comments below. And I do have a Facebook page if you want to check that out. It doesn't have many members yet, but it's getting there. So thank you for watching. Merry Christmas and have a good New Year. Thank you.